What's up, boys and girls? It's another day, another vlog, and I'm your host, Dan. And today, we're gonna build a PC na swak sa budget natin from 25,000 pesos to 35,000. Alright, before we get started, guys, just a quick disclaimer. This is gonna be just a system unit build, meaning yung system unit lang, yung madalas na tinatawag nating CPU. Hindi kasama dito yung monitor, mouse, at keyboard, at kung ano pang accessories. Yung mismong computer box, kasama lang yung mga items na nasa loob nun, or yung mga components na nasa loob, katulad ng CPU, motherboard, GPU, RAM, storage, power supply, at kung ano pa. And also, I just want to let you know, guys, that these prices right here are prices from ECPC and DynaQuestPC.com. Those are two websites na pinagbibilan ko ng mga parts kapag kailangan kong bumili ng parts. They are very legit and very trustworthy websites. Pero kung makakahanap kayo ng mga used parts, mas maganda yun kasi mas makakamura kayo doon. Siguraduhin nyo lang na legit yung seller at hindi sira yung item. And you can also find parts of your computer through Shopee or Lazada or any other websites na alam nyong may stock. Kasi ngayon, since it's a pandemic, sobrang mabilis maubusan ng stock yung dalawang websites na ipapakita ko dito. Usually, I contact them via Viber or through their Facebook page. And I'm pretty sure makakahanap din kayo ng mga ibang parts sa iba pang mga resellers na sikat sa Facebook kung magtsatsaga lang kayo maghanap. Okay, without further ado, let's get started with the build. For the 25,000 build, I'm gonna start with an Intel Core i3 9100F or 9100F. It's a 9th gen Intel processor, Coffee Lake processor. It has 4 cores, wala siyang hyper-threading. This is a very entry-level beginner CPU. Murang-mura lang, 3,899 pesos. This is for people na gusto lang talaga mag-gaming at mag-gaming alone. Hindi kakayanin ng CPU na to na mag-gaming at streaming dahil kokonti lang yung core count nito. 4 cores lang ang meron nito. So again, price is 3,899 sa ECPC. Pero kung maghanap kayo sa ibang lugar like Facebook or other websites, baka makahanap pa kayo ng mas mura. At syempre, gagamitan na natin ng motherboard na compatible dito sa Intel Core i3 na to, which is the socket 1151. At yung napili ko from DynaQuest PC, yung Asus EX B365M. It's an M-ATX motherboard. Ibig sabihin, maliit yung motherboard na yun. Magkakasya siya sa mga ATX case at M-ATX case. This is priced at 3,800 pesos. They're currently in stock right now, according to their website. Tulad ng isang to, item in stock daw. Pero to make sure, you guys should contact them if these are in stock. Kasi sometimes they post it in stock in their website, pero sa totoo lang wala na, out of stock na. Next up is for the GPU. Since itong CPU na to, wala siyang integrated graphics card, kailangan natin bumili ng separate na GPU or tinatawag na discrete dedicated GPU. At ang napili ko ay dalawa. Either itong MSI Radeon RX 570 na 4GB for 7,900 pesos, or yung GTX 1650 Ventus XS OC 4GB. Halos parehas lang sila pagdating sa mga benchmarks na mga games. This one is just priced a little bit higher, 8,650 pesos. You can play games like Dota 2 or Counter-Strike or any other FPS or competitive MMORPG games like Valorant or LoL. Swak na to sa budget natin. Kaya-kaya na nito yung mga ganong klaseng games. Now, for AAA games, pwede rin naman natin gamitin tong dalawang to, yung RX 570 tsaka 1650. Kaso nga lang, kailangan natin i-lower down yung settings ng graphics ng games na yun. Katulad na lang sa Warzone, kung mahilig kayo sa FPS na Call of Duty Warzone. This will still take it and it's still going to work, pero kailangan natin i-lower down yung graphics to low or medium or extremely low para ma-hit natin yung 60 FPS mark. Katulad na rin ng ibang mga AAA titles katulad ng Tomb Raider or Assassin's Creed, medyo mahihirapan tayong gamitin ng graphics card na to para sa mga AAA titles. Pero kung sa mga casual gaming like Counter-Strike again and Dota 2, swak na tong GPU na to. Ngayon, dito sa GPU, just a quick note, masabi ko lang na kung pipili ka ng RX 570, mas mabuti na pumili ka sa mga used items katulad ng tipidpc.com website. Dito sa website na to, makakahanap ka ng mga gantong parts. RX 570 or GTX 1060 if possible, bumili ka na lang ng used parts. Mas mura pa yon. At wala naman rin masyadong problema sa GPU kapag bumili ka ng used GPU. Next one will be our RAM, or yung tinatawag nating memory. I chose Kingston HyperX Fury 8GB DDR4 3200 MHz for 2,700 pesos. Pwede ka rin mag-upgrade ng RGB version na 2,900 pesos for 200 pesos more. Meron ka nang umiilaw sa RAM mo. Tiyak ko na mas lalakas yung paglalaro mo sa RGB. Kidding aside, this is a very nice RAM for high-speed timings, and saktong-sakto ni 8GB for casual gaming. Again, just like I mentioned earlier. And this is gonna be a very future-proof RAM. Also, you can upgrade and buy another 8GB of RAM dito sa motherboard na pinili natin. Dahil itong motherboard na to merong 2 slots of RAM. So in the future, if you're planning to upgrade for a better RAM or a bigger RAM, you can buy another one of these and just slap it in the motherboard. Next one will be our storage. I chose the King Max 480GB SSD for 2,975 pesos. This one is just a very basic SSD. Pwede mo lagay yung operating system mo dito. Tapos lagyan mo rin na maraming games kasi 500 gigs naman yan. Magkakasya mga at least 5 or 10 games dyan kung yung mga games na dinownload nyo or binili nyo. Hindi naman ganun kalaki yung storage. Just want to let you know guys, yung Call of Duty Warzone, nasa 100GB na yata yung game na yun. So kung bibili kayo nun, magkakasya pa rin naman dito. Pero ideally guys, I would suggest na i-separate nyo yung SSD for your operating system. Let's say bumili kayo ng mas maliit na storage for your operating system, and you can have this as a backup for your games and the rest of other stuff that you want to download in your computer. Para kung sakaling makorrupt na rin yung mga files nyo sa games or masira yung hard drive na to, kung ano mang mangyari dito, yung operating system nyo is naka-separate, nakalagay sa ibang drive, at hindi yun makokorrupt or hindi masisira, diba? Anyway, just for this budget alone, you can buy this for 2,975. That's gonna be a really nice deal for now. So moving on to the next one, we have a very nice power supply, Corsair CV 550 watts, 80 plus power supply bronze. Corsair is a very famous brand for power supply. This is gonna be a very reliable power supply. Wag na wag kayo mag-cheap out sa mga power supply kasi importante yan para hindi masira yung buong system unit nyo. And I'm pretty sure na kakayanin nito yung buong system unit nyo. It also has black sleeves, which is pretty nice for the build. Magko-complement siya dun sa black theme natin so far. Yung motherboard lang yung kulay red. And by the way, the CPU has a stock cooler, so huwag nyo nang intindihin yung cooler nyo. Kung ganito lang yung budget nyo, huwag nyo nang isipin mag-overclock, and just stick with the stock cooler here. Alright, last but not least is our tower case, which is, I chose the Dark Flash Shadow 2 with free 120mm fan. I've used this for my brother's build, and this has a very nice airflow. Kita nyo sa picture, 6 yung fans niya, pero sa totoo lang, isa lang ibibigay nilang fan, yung nasa likod lang. Pero sobrang ganda nito kasi yung intake niya, pwede ka maglagay ng 3 fan sa harap, at yung exhaust, pwede ka maglagay ng 3 fan sa likod. It's very easily upgradable, very easy to use for builds, easy to install your motherboard and everything else here. This is a very beginner case for 2,150 pesos. Swak na swak sa budget natin. And the total of this system build is 26,054 pesos. Alam ko 1,000 pesos higher dun sa estimated natin sa title na 25,000 pesos. Pero of course, that's just an estimate. And you will also pay for an additional fees for deliveries, or if babiyahe ka papunta sa store nila, syempre kasama din sa gastos yun. So all in all, siguro mga 28,000 pesos yung mga gastos nyo for this build. Lagi nyo tatandaan na mag-save kayo ng extra money for your build kasi hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari. Sometimes the parts are cheaper on some websites. Sometimes the only parts that you can get are the parts that are available, and they are more expensive. So lagi dapat tayo merong room for extra money para sa mga bibili nating build. Okay, moving on. For the 35,000 pesos build, this one is gonna be really interesting kasi I'm a big fan of AMD, and I will choose AMD for this build. Pero yung iba nating parts, katulad na rin ng parts dito, papalitan lang natin yung motherboard at saka yung CPU at saka yung GPU kung gusto nyo talaga ng all-in na pang gaming setup plus streaming for 35,000 pesos. Again, we're gonna be using the same case here, Dark Flash Shadow 2. We're gonna use the same SSD and we're gonna be using the same RAM, which is this Kingston HyperX Fury RGB. You can buy 2 of these for your upgrade para maging 16 gigabytes yung setup nyo. And then for the CPU, I'm choosing between the AMD Ryzen 3 3100 4-core 8-thread na CPU. This goes for 6,550 pesos. Or if that's not available, kasi I know na medyo rare tong CPU na to, you can just simply go and buy the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 processor. This has 6 cores, 12 threads, and this is a 2nd gen AMD Ryzen CPU, pero sobrang lakas pa rin itong CPU na to for gaming. This is actually a little bit cheaper, pero nakita nyo naman item out of stock. Medyo mahirap na rin hanapin. Lalo na ngayon, marami nang naging fan ng AMD dahil sobrang budget-oriented ng AMD, kaya medyo mahirap na silang hanapin. Now for the motherboard for this one, you need to get a motherboard that's compatible for either the 2600 Ryzen 5 or the Ryzen 3 3100. And I checked out this one. This is the ASRock P450 Steel Legend for 6,250 pesos. This one is very nice. Meron siyang white layout at meron siyang RGB. This also has a really good temperature for the CPU itself dahil meron siyang magandang VRM or yung mga square na yan. Yan yung nagpapalamig sa ating motherboard. Both the Ryzen 3 and the Ryzen 5 CPU has stock coolers, and yung stock coolers nila sobrang ganda na. Pwede ka na mag-overclock ng kahit papano, kahit konti. At yun, kapag kinumpute mo yung pricing nun, aabot ka na ng mga nasa 30,000 pesos. Ngayon, kung gusto mo talaga mag-all-in, mag-upgrade ka ng GPU mo, instead of using the RX 570, you can use or buy RX 590. Used market now has pricings at around 9,000 pesos pababa. Or pwede kang bumili ng brand new na GTX 1660. This one is gonna be an upgrade over the 1650. Mas maganda yung FPS na makukuha nyo sa mga games nyo, lalo na sa AAA games. And that's about it, guys. Nakabuo tayo ng system unit for around 25,000 pesos to over 35,000 pesos. Anyway, if you guys are going to ask me, if you're a student and you are always at home and your internet is at home, at kung naka-wired connection kayo ng internet, it's better to actually buy and build a computer instead of buying a laptop. Kasi most of the time, di mo naman din magagamit yung laptop mo sa labas kung nag-aaral ka lang din naman sa loob ng bahay. Lalo na ngayon, stay at home, guys. Mas makakamura tayo kapag bumili tayo at mag-build tayo ng computer instead of a laptop. So that's my opinion. That's my suggestion. If you guys have any other questions regarding this build, just comment down below. Or if you guys have any other general questions about PC building or any other tech-related questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer all of the comments as fast as I can. And if you like this video, and if you want to keep watching, just check out my other videos, and you can subscribe and hit the bell button for more. So stay tuned.